Hi, Steve Delchamps here. We're going to discuss another question posted by Diksha. So the question here is, which words from the first paragraph reveal the story's point of view? So we're going to be looking for what reveals the point of view in which the story is written. And so let's take a look at the story. It is night, and our old house by the river is finally quiet. Well, what we get out of this first sentence is that this sentence is being expressed in what's called the first person plural, our old house. And so that makes us suspect that as we continue, we're going to get more first person kinds of words. And if you wanted to glance down at the possible answers, you would already notice that one of the answers, number 4, has the word our in it. But let's not jump to conclusions. Let's continue on a little more and make sure that the entire story is told in the first person point of view. So the next sentence here, the baby has stopped its crying. That part of the sentence is in the third person, the baby, and has and been soothed back to sleep, period. So this sentence, from this sentence alone, you wouldn't know whether it was first person. There's nothing in this sentence that indicates first person. But here in the third sentence, we see only the gentle lapping of the River Thames can be heard outside my window. And we go, there's another first person word. It's interesting that this is first person singular. This is first person plural. And that just tells us that in the story, we're going to hear about the narrator in the first person, but that there's clearly somebody else there. Maybe it's going to be a married couple or a family or something like that. But anyway, let's go down to the possible answers here. And we see that answer number 4 has our and my, and both of those are words that help us see that the story is being told from the first person point of view. And we can see that these other possibilities of it and river, its and baby, sleep and London don't really help us understand what the point of view of the story is. It's really only this one with our and my, where both of these words are helping us see that the story is being told in the first person. So the answer to this one should be number 4. I want to point out, if this were an actual tutorial session, I wouldn't be doing nearly as much talking. I would probably ask you to read through the story silently and then tell me what words you ran into that you thought helped convey the point of view of the story, probably without even looking at these answers at first. It would be better practice for you to read the story without even looking at the answers and trying to figure out what words are revealing the story's point of view without even looking at these first, particularly if you're not taking a test where there's some kind of time limitation. If you're taking a test where there's a time limitation, it probably is a good idea with a question like this to glance at least at the possible answers first and see if any of them can be rejected almost immediately. But if we're talking about this in a kind of tutorial situation, it's much better practice to read a question like this and think, well, what kinds of words might I run into that would help convey the story's point of view. Thank you.